So what's up, guys? Juan Mango here again, coming at you with another video. So this video is basically going to be just doing some Untap. Basically, is this software. I can't really use Cardfight area, so it is another great avenue for the people who can't download Cardfight area or just want to get into playing some card games and everything. You got like Magic, Cardfight, Yu-Gi-Oh, a whole bunch of card games that you can do it. So with that being said, so first thing you want to do is you want to go to Google, search it. Once you search it, it'll come up untap.in or in. Once you do that, hit it. I'm already logged in. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go. When you come in, you're gonna make your profile. And then you can choose which card games. There'll be like there'll be something in there, and then you can choose which card games. Right now I'm in the beginners, so you'll have the tap for the beginners, which is here, and then you'll have the Cardfight one. So I have the Cardfight one, and then it shows which people are idle, who's on staff for that one, or just in general who's on staff. Then you have the idle online, who's online. You can so like myself right here, I'm online. So you got my name right here, it's my status, how many games, how many hours I've played. It counts your wins and your losses. So right now I'm 15 and 17. I gotta bring that up. It tells you when you join, last seen online, tells you how many decks you have, so you can look up different decks and stuff like that people have, and then you can just go online, and once you're online you can see who's in the game, who's not. You can use the chat right here and message people, so you can do the @somebody, and then you can pick their name. So like Soul Age 6, you can be like game ? He's not online right now, but you know, when he comes back he'll get to see that message, see if he wants to play a game. Once you do that, you're on there. You're gonna want to go to build a deck. So the way this works is you go here to a little sign and you hit create a deck. Once you create a deck, let's name this one Test. Oh, let me go back there and explain that real quick. Delete this. So I want to create. So you put the name, which is Test. You can pick whichever type of deck. So here's where you're gonna pick. You got Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Force of Will, Light Seekers, Dragon Ball Z, Final Fantasy, Cardfight, Star Trek, Magic. Once you pick which one you want to do, you're gonna pick Cardfight. So then they can bring up the right cards for you. So you can't say you want to play Vanguard, but you hit Yu-Gi-Oh, because then it's not going to bring up the right cards and you won't be able to load in the deck. So you go there. Once you do that, now this part is that you have to look up the cards. So best thing I did was I have the card names. So Overlord. And then what this does is gives me every single Overlord that has been updated on here. You can go down the line, and so once you do it, let's say we wanted to do standard. Once you do it, you can grab it, and then you can either put it start in play, you can put it in your main deck, G zone, started hand, drop zone, bind zone, and sideboard. So depending on like what kind of game you're playing, depending on what it is. So for Vanguard, you're gonna, of course, your starter is gonna be here. and then your overlord is going to go in your main deck. So you have your main deck. It starts out with 4. You can hit this little plus to add more if you want. You can go down to 1, go down to 4. Of course, it's 4 for everyone. And that's how you build the deck. Then you have these little buttons here. You can do an advanced deck option, add missing cards. So like if there's not a card in there in the database, you can try to add it to the database and it'll get approved if it's the right one. Paste a deck. So basically you can click here and basically take a big, so you can write out all the cards, take all the cards and write them on here. And you can download decks. And you can import URLs into your deck. And then you can clear your deck with that button. And then view updated, of course. But yeah, that's basically how you do it. You pick up the cards, put them in there. Right. Once you're done with this and you've done your deck, you want to save your deck. So you'll hit here, you hit save, the deck will be saved. We're gonna go here and it will have the name, the deck name or whatever. So let's go to this deck right here. Alright, so this is my standard deck for Kagero. As you can see right here, you can see Lizard Soldier, Undoom. It's my starter, so you're gonna start them in play. And then you have all the different cards in the deck. Then in my G zone, I put all my gifts. So you can actually put gifts marker. You can look up force or whatever. You can look them up. So once you get that done, you want to go to games. Once you have your deck ready, you're gonna go to games. You're gonna hit Cardfight right here. There's nobody in Cardfight right now, so that's fine. You can create a new game. You want to write the title of the game. Usually my standard one is Cardfight V Standard or Premium, so I get to choose whatever my opponent wants to play. You can play competitively, casual, or beginners. So beginners means that you're trying to learn all the stuff to use on Untap. Casual means you know the rules and you know how to perform the stuff on it. And competitively means you are perfecting all the skills of your deck and you know everything and at least have played 2 games on here. So I usually stick to casual just because I like to either get people who are new and trying to learn and people who know how to play. So it's kind of like an in-between. You can put it to solo, 2 players, 3 players, but of course it's only a 2-player game, so you're gonna stick to 2 players. You can do solo, which that means you're just there by yourself. You can do the mirror play, but that's fun. And then if you want to just play with your friends, you can do a password. So you can do friend only, and then you can do a password, but we're gonna leave it open for right now. You can do that. So I'm gonna start the game. There's a timer of 20 seconds before the game. And of course, if you're sick of waiting, you can just power up. I usually just wait the 20 seconds. It's no big deal. So once you do that, it'll come up, Cardfight, 1 out of 2 players, edit, enter join game, not edit. So once you do that, you're gonna be in this waiting area. Your opponent's up here, you're down here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna insert deck. Now you can go here, and then depending on what deck you want to run, so we're gonna go here. You double click it and the deck's already loaded. Alright, then you grab your starter. So what you can do is you can grab and move it anywhere. What's cool is you have these little buttons out here that can help you out. So you have the leave game button, You have the toggle to lobby. So the lobby is right here, and you can toggle the regular lobby, and then you can go back into the game. So if you want to go into the lobby while you're waiting in the game to try to find a player, that's fine too. Just an info, like what's the info for the game and everything, it gives you right here. Insert deck. So with this one, you can click here, so you don't have to click down there. You can click here as well to insert deck. Scoop cards in new game. So this is a great button because it's cards in play. Once the game is done and is over, you can hit scoop, and then usually when you have two players, it'll give you a thing saying who won, and then you hit that, and basically you can click if you won or they won, and then you can either, if you have a sideboard, you can scoop and go to your sideboard and change your cards and then go to the game, or scoop cards and start a new game. So when you scoop cards and you start a new game, starter stays there. All the cards that were out go right back into your deck. It gets shuffled, and then you go. Insert token. Usually this is where you can find your force. So like here, I have my force. When I first started, I didn't know where to get the force. So you can do here, and then it'll give you all the different force or tokens or whatever you need. Auto response. So this is just to alert response. So if your opponent is not responding, you can click that to alert them to try to respond. No response. So a lot of people use this for a no guard. So you can use that for no guard, or just, you know, no response. Draw a card. So you can draw in the area, not draw a card, but you can draw in the area. So a lot of people like to do that. Not me. I'm not really into doing the drawing thing, but some people do. This button is great because when you have a lot of stuff tapped, you can untap it. Just press that and it untaps everything, even your damage. Then you have a 6-sided dice, a 12-sided dice, and a 20. So if you want to roll for who wants to go first, you can use a 10-sided dice or a 20-sided dice, excuse me. So you have a 6, 10, and a 20. Then you have your hotkeys. So you can press here to know what the hotkeys are. The big important ones are like end your turn and end your turn, and C to draw a card, I believe. Yeah, lets you draw a card out of your main deck. So E and C are the big ones that I like to use, and X to undo everything. So if you learn the hotkeys, it makes the game a little bit much easier. And hopefully soon they're gonna have a speaking or a mic where you're able to speak to your opponent and let them know. So attack for 3,000 or attack for 2,800 or whatever it is. So you're able to just communicate with your opponent than having to type in everything. So back here, you have every action that was taken. So you can hit action and you can see every action that was taken in the game. So you can see if anybody's trying to cheat you or anything like that. And then you have your chat that you can write here, hey, and you can put there, and it'll say your name and that. Now let's get into how you draw cards. So usually I like to go to the deck, and you can do draw of multiples. So you can do up to, you can draw 2, 3, 5, or you have the number symbol here, which you can put here. And let's say I want to draw 5. So I put 5, hit OK, and boom. Down here, it shows 5 cards that I drew. Now, if I wanted to put these cards back in my deck, I would go to the card, hover to the card, and it has play. So the play face down. You can have drop zone. So this is where the cards go. So go to drop zone, go to the bind zone, or go to the main deck, which is in the top of the main deck, so the arrow pointing up, or the bottom of the main deck. So you want to hit bottom, of course. And then you also have here, you get to reveal that card. So if you need to reveal a card to your opponent, you hit the card, go to the last one, and you reveal the card. But with this, we want to put it in the bottom of the deck. And let's say we want to put this grade 1 at the bottom of the deck. Now what you do is, with of course new rule, you get to draw. So we're missing 3, so we're going to go to draw multiple, and we're going to hit 3. And we draw 3 cards. Then whoever goes first, let's say we go first. So we draw a card, we ride, grab our soul. So usually we don't want to leave our soul there. So what we've been doing is we put our soul over here. And let's say we draw a card. Boom. So usually soul goes over here. Damage goes here. If we take damage, what I like to do is I like to go here, go to the little handprint at the beginning. I hit play and I hit 1. And most of the time it'll come up here, but it'll be random where the card will drop. So I play 1. Excuse me. I play 1 right here. So let's say we want to take another damage. Boom, we hit 1. Or what a lot of people like to do is they like to look at the top of the deck or flip top. So they flip top. So usually on drive check. So when you attack and you drive check, you flip 1 from here so your opponent can see it, you can see it. You draw the card. Say we want to flip another one. Boom, flip another one. Draw a card. Then you have, of course, your shuffle. And then this one is you can find cards in your deck. So if we need to go into the deck, like with Overlords, with Premium Overlord, you usually want to go into your deck to look for an Overlord. You can go look for an Overlord or whatever card you need to look for. And then we'll face down. You can do shuffle. So you can find. If you need to look at the top, so like, let's say you're playing Deer, you want to look at top 7. Boom. So it gives you the top, so it reveals the top 7. That once you're done looking, you can unreveal. Unreveal. And unreveal. And then you can go to your deck and shuffle. Flip the top, of course. Keep flipped. So this is the top deck will always flip up. So when you draw one or whatever, it always keeps flipped up depending on what mechanic you're using. Expand. So you can look, you can have this expand to see how many cards you have left. And it tells you right here, of course, the little number tells you that. And then sideboard. So if we have a sideboard, we can look at the sideboard and make switches if we need to. And again, drop zone, so you can play, you can put them straight up from the drop zone to the bind zone to wherever you need to place them. So that's basically a quick just tutorial on this part of it. And then once you get done, like I said, you hit the scoop button, you start a new game, and boom, there you go. All the cards go back, you grab it, you move. So you know how to do all the Vanguard and rear guards and everything. So, but yeah, that's basically it. I would say if you like this software, give it a try. I'm trying to get more people to play here, and usually all my games that you see on the channel, they're used by this, just because I got a Mac computer and I'm not able to download Cardfight Area. But like I always say, guys, well, thank you for watching. Comment down below if you're gonna give this a try, and if you are, then hit me up with your screen name, and maybe we can hit up a match, and I can record it and put it on the channel. And like I always say, guys, I'm not the best Vanguard player in the world, but I'm alright though. Thanks for watching.